Fears Bolsonaro may not accept defeat as son cries fraud before Brazil election, Brazil.
Here's a summary of the article.
Fears are growing that Jair Bolsonaro could refuse to accept defeat in Brazil's crunch election this Sunday after his politician son claimed Brazil's far-right president was the victim of the greatest electoral fraud ever seen amid unproven allegations of foul play. The assertion from the president's senator son, Flavio Bolsonaro, was almost identical to language used by Donald Trump, Bolsonaro's most prominent international backer, after he lost the 2020 U.S. election to Joe Biden. Many suspect Bolsonaro plans to follow a similar script if he loses to his leftist rival, the ex-president Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, who won the election's first round on 2 October and currently leads the polls by a margin of between 4% and 5%. Long-running fears that Bolsonaro, who has spent years attacking Brazil's democratic system, might contest the result intensified on Monday after his communications minister, Fabio Faria, summoned journalists to denounce what he called a grave violation of the electoral system. Flavio Bolsonaro compared the alleged campaign against his father to the failed attempt to assassinate the right-wing populist during 2018's election, which he won. Bolsonaro has been knifed for a second time, Bolsonaro tweeted, vowing, "We will win these elections," despite the attempt to manipulate the result. In a second post, the senator claimed his father was the victim of the greatest election fraud ever seen. Thomas Trautmann, a Rio-based political expert, called Bolsonaro's claims of radio fraud pure nonsense and said he was convinced Bolsonaro was preparing to challenge the result of what is widely seen as Brazil's most important election in decades. Brian Winter, a Brazil specialist who is editor-in-chief of America's Quarterly, said Bolsonaro's questioning of the election's fairness was 100% Trump-inspired.
This post received a score of 27,000, with an upvote ratio of 93%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Didn't he literally say he either wins or they'll have to kill him?
Yup, said that he either wins, goes to jail or dies, and he said he's not going to jail.
I'd take as much money as I can and flee to the Maldives if I were him.
It really amazes me how power-hungry and stupid most leaders are. You have your billions you stole. Go spend it. Go enjoy life and do whatever you want. But, nope, they refuse to leave and don't go down without being killed or forced out the door.
Some people don't care about the money, and living out their days on a pile of gold won't satiate their actual desire for power.
Exactly this. And it becomes an addiction at a certain point. I know a few people who started making a fuck ton of money, like more than enough to spend in a lifetime, but do you think they just sit back and spend their money? Nope. They need more and more and more, and when the pile goes down without going up, it's the worst thing in the world to these people.
Dragons are real. They're just not cool fire-breathing lizards. They're annoyingly greedy people sitting on fat bank accounts, pulling in as many assets as possible. Economic black holes from which money never escapes.
We need to start raising dragon slayers.
Ornstein, heavy breathing.
So tired of these idiots claiming fraud before the counting even starts.
That's how you get your traitors in waiting, ready to move at a moment's notice.
I'm sensing a theme with democracy lately.
A lot of fascists across the world copying the Trump playbook. I lose, it's fraud. I win, it's the most beautiful election. Edit. Just so people stop commenting on how it's been the fascist playbook for a lot longer than Trump. Yes, I know. I wasn't saying that Trump invented fascism. Just that he is the most high-profile fascist to use the playbook in recent memory. Edit 2, and just like that some fascist reported me to Reddit cares. You people really are a bunch of overgrown children.
In 2018, Bolsonaro won and still said the election was rigged because his opponent got too many votes. Can't make this shit up. Since then he's been talking shit of the electoral system, while having been elected, doubtless preparing for the eventuality of a future defeat.
I mean, that's exactly what Trump did. He still claims he actually won the popular vote if you throw away all the illegal votes. Edit. The popular vote in 2016.
Those ones that investigations done by both parties multiple times never found.
They did actually find fraudulent votes from Republicans for Trump in some investigations. LMAO.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.